The digital revolution is permanently changing consumer behavior, and with it, the supply position of retailers and service providers in our towns and cities. More than half of all Christmas presents in Europe will be purchased on the internet in 2012, money that is not being spent elsewhere in the retail sectors, hence the tills are down in the retail trade. Almost 30 billion euros of turnover are generated over the internet in Germany alone. The sector has been enjoying two-figure growth rates year after year for 10 years now. That is not much use, though, to the retailers in our city. The proof lies in the current figures. Even in Germany, real retail trade sales fell below those of 1994. The unpleasant truth is that for 19 years, there has not been any growth in real retail trade sales. One thing that is now more noticeable than ever, before making a purchase decision, we search the internet for the best deals. At the same time, however, local retailers, who in terms of price and also from the point of view of customer service, could have offered their customers better value for money. However, the current search engines will not find those deals. If it's not on the internet, it does not seem to exist. Transformations in the retail trade are nothing new. The corner shop was superseded by supermarkets in the 60s and 70s. The purchasing power from the supermarkets shifted to the shopping centers, which were comparatively even more attractive to customers, also fulfilling consumers' leisure requirements, in addition to the almost unlimited range of goods. Specialist hardware dealers were replaced by the large DIY chains. Incidentally, an old law of nature is apparent here. Big fish eat little fish. The small retailer is becoming the victim of a development which in the long term impoverishes our town and city centers with regard to the diversity of supply and therefore the attractiveness of the location. The question that now arises for the retail trade is, where do we go from here? Are retailers' prospects really hopeless against big business? Against the internet? Why don't consumers do what they should? Why do people enjoy buying online so much? How is it that an ever-widening gap is opening up between personal consumer spending and the percentage of retail trade sales? For what reason do consumers walk past an obviously good offer in a shop window, all in spite of the fact that 64% of consumers do not want to lose the pleasure of shopping, all in spite of the fact that 61% of all German citizens currently state that they are more concerned with quality than with price? The correct answer does not lie in for and against, but as ever, right in the middle. The internet should not be seen as the retailers and service providers' enemy, but their opportunity. The answer to the challenges of the future? FlexKom. FlexKom will completely transform our approach to daily shopping, the way of addressing the customer, and everything connected with purchase of everyday goods. FlexKom takes the form of a global mega mall in which every individual has financial advantages, both the retail trade and final customers. This is not about a money-making scheme, but a conclusive functional model that offers tremendous advantages for all those involved. All too often, there is talk of a win-win situation. FlexKom is one. Based on the fundamental concept that it is only those consumers who actually physically come into the shop who become customers, the retail trade's method of advertising has markedly changed over the past few years. A discount directly addressed at the customers is better than advertising with enormous scattering losses. The budget saved by no longer advertising ineffectively can also be directly passed on to the customer based on the motto, give customers a tangible discount and tell them so. FlexKom goes considerably further, for an additional success factor for the final customer is a shopping community. Today's customers deliberately use shopping facilities where they know when a large number of people can appear as a group, it will allow them to obtain discounts. Even if the margins in the retail trade are small in some sectors, there is nothing to beat customer loyalty. It is indeed more advantageous commercially in the long term to win a customer's loyalty by additional discounts. Here too, highly successful systems have become established on the market during the past few years, either as an offer by large super-regional players with customer cards or providers with an acceptance network. Discounts are credited to the customer with a customer card or the card of a shopping community. In some cases, the customer's attention is drawn to their savings by an SMS. Satisfied customers, satisfied traders, satisfied providers. These systems are successful even though the acceptance network is still relatively thin. It is intended to exert pressure on the traders through a large number of distributed cards. The traders grant discounts and draw in customers who they perhaps never otherwise would have. The regional presence, however, is left by the wayside in this system. The retail trade is essentially regional, and the success of a system is only possible in the long term if the regional factor is taken seriously. Most traders would like customers from their town or city, customers who keep coming back, who can enjoy the value of their goods and services. It is important for the consumers, however, on their weekend shopping sprees to find as many acceptance points as possible for their cards, since it cannot be assumed that they will completely switch their shopping habits. The regional factor is therefore a lasting success factor. FlexKom is completely different. It combines 4 concepts in a single business: e-commerce, networking, direct sales, and a franchise, or ENDF for short. FlexKom forms the link between 2 worlds and has the potential for becoming a mega purchasing platform, since with FlexKom, the retail trade and e-commerce are connected. The retailer becomes a FlexKom business partner. He is the acceptance point and ensures that customer cards are issued to his customers. With his on-site commitment, he also ensures that they are used, something he can do with a good conscience, for he knows that his commitment earns him money. How? We will now explain this to you. The retailer purchases a franchise license for a one-off payment of €350. Included in the package a point-of-sales unit from FlexKom, more than 1,000 FlexKom customer cards, and a back-office tool. Through the issued customer card, he earns a share with every purchase the customer makes, regardless of whether a tank of fuel, a haircut, or a couple of rolls from the bakery are involved, or the weekly groceries. With 2,000 FlexKom cards issued, approximately 50 pence can be expected per customer per week, which can add up to £4,000 in the month. Money which he doesn't need to work for. With FlexKom, that is unique. As long as the cards that he issues generate turnover, he participates in the revenue made. He also benefits indirectly, however. The fact that he belongs to a major network means that attention is focused on him from the region and also from outside. The system, with its constantly increasing importance, ensures that new customers from the latter approach him too, naturally increasing his customer base. A little fish, all in all, turns into a big fish, which can not only obtain different conditions, but is also able to act considerably more quickly, purposefully, and powerfully over the internet, which is constantly increasing in importance. FlexKom is fast. If goods need to be out within the shorter space of time, the favorably priced offer is announced in the network. Regional customers always know where and what they can purchase at the best conditions in their vicinity. Own products can be offered and sold in the FlexShop portal. In the form of FlexKom, modern options are available to the retailer that otherwise only big business could afford, such as shopping apps, near-field communication, etc., etc. The retailer is one of your customers. You have recommended him to earn money too, with a good advertising concept. You have shown him that advertising is done differently today, and real customers certainly also generate real turnover directly and without scattering losses. You know several other retailers locally, however, and know that the FlexKom idea only creates winners. How do you benefit? Well, nothing more and nothing less than a lifelong passive income. For your network, people who you can get on well with, whom you know, become your own subsidiary system. Each issued card that one of your retailers recommends to his customers generates sales from which not only your network, but also you yourself earn money. A commitment with foreseeable expenditure for a real pension. The regional factor is crucial for rapid expansion of a broad acceptance point network. You form part of your network and help your customers to achieve extra revenue, either through new customers or from turnover that the final customers generate in other acceptance points. You do not need to remain alone. FlexKom will allocate agencies on a regional basis. If you develop your own team, your success will be multiplied. Think regionally, act internationally. The success story of e-commerce initially mentioned does not end in your town or city. Owing to their structure, our FlexKom e-commerce platforms will also be very busy. The Flex world is enormous. No one wants to miss out on cheap travel. Bargains and discount coupons are likewise a popular draw for customers on the market, in exactly the same way as the telecommunications market at knockdown prices. You have a share in the turnover in all sales made in this case by customers via your FlexKom cards and who have become FlexKom members through your network. Please don't think too conservatively here. FlexKom has chosen Turkey as the test market. With the practical experience of more than 40,000 sales partners and a technology which has proven its worth in daily practice, FlexKom has built up thousands of retailers and almost 3 million customers. There is, therefore, nothing in the way of healthy expansion. In the near future, a further 20 countries in addition to the EU will be part of it, making the FlexKom world one step larger. The wider the FlexKom world, the greater your profits. In the future, you will see how your profits grow, as you will receive something from every transaction processed through a FlexKom card from your network. Everyone needs to make purchases. With FlexKom, it will be more attractive for the final customer and the retailer, but also for you. FlexKom is the right idea at the right time, for it makes use of the latest technologies and resorts to tried and trusted customer loyalty systems. The cards are now being distributed. Switch to success. FlexKom, the logical next step.